Good morning, millennials.
Welcome back to the toast. Happy Tuesday. That feels like a Monday. That feels like a celebration because the toast is back. The maternity leave has come to an end. Your girls are back and we're singing already. Hey, Jax, how are you, Dan?
I'm good. I have slightly less energy than you.
That's understandable, you know.
Given.
You are a year and a half older than me, so... The elder is going to eld.
Wow, we're going to go there. We're going to hit below the belt this morning.
Oh, is that below the belt? I feel like you're really not insecure about your age. Like you're really on track for your life. Like you're good.
I was going to say that actually, like if I said that to you, it would hurt.
That's hurtful.
Wounding. For me, not really whatsoever. But yeah, feeling really good. Gave birth 3 weeks ago. What's good counts. But I'm really happy to be back. I'm happy to be back in my studio.
So we have not podcasted like this, our classic remote setup, Jackson, Florida studio, me at Toast HQ in New York City. We haven't done this actual technical setup in months. I literally forgot how to do it. I know something's going to go wrong. I just have a feeling.
No, totally. Not since March, because in April, like the few shows that we did together in Florida. So we haven't done this setup since March, which is really crazy. But I think it's looking good. I'm excited to see how it all looks post-show.
We have so much to update everyone. So first of all, it has been 3 weeks since you've become a mother of two. You had your son. What's his birthday?
August.
Let me guess. I think I heard you say August 13th.
No.
Oh. August 30th?
No, that was like yesterday.
When was it?
August 14th.
Oh, okay, I was close.
Yeah, so I have August 14th, Charlie was born. August 15th, Bruno's birthday. It's just kind of a jam-packed week in my life. August used to have no significance to me, but now it's like two of my boys. Their big day.
That's beautiful.
And
how's motherhood of two different than motherhood of one?
You know what? It's really great. I found personally that the change from 0 to 1 is so much harder than 1 to 2. It's so much more enjoyable when you know what you're doing. Like I was so overwhelmed when I had Harry. Like, what do babies do all day? How often are they supposed to eat? I had no concept of like breastfeeding, like that I would have to be doing it all day, every day.
Right.
Like I just didn't think about it. And I learned on the job. And so now having all those skills and being able to enjoy so much of it, it's really been wonderful, honestly. The hardest part of like having two, I would say, is just making sure like the bigger one like doesn't harm the smaller one, because Harry's so excited about the baby. Like
and he doesn't know his own strength.
No, he doesn't. And there's no jealousy as of yet. Like he's just, anytime he's like throwing a tantrum and I want to cheer him up, I'm like, want to see the baby? Literal smile on his face immediately. He loves the baby, but you know, he doesn't know his own strength. He's still working through his motor skills. So just trying to get them to be together, but not too close.
Like slap each other.
It's only one way.
Right.
It's only a one-way street. That's probably like the biggest difficulty. And also like toddlers just have germs and they're around other kids that are sick. So like just trying to keep everyone close, but separate.
Well, we miss you over here. I can't lie. Like the day you left, I could tell. I didn't know you were headed to the airport, but the city just kind of became like gray. And the city was literally weeping for your departure. We miss you terribly. I am going to see you in literally 1 week for the Jewish holidays, which is nice. But it's not the same. Even though I do love remote podcasting with you, I feel like we do our best work like this.
I'm so glad that you love it so much because it allows me to move
to Florida.
To live wherever I want.
True.
And it is a great situation. Being a mama, like a new postpartum mama, and having my studio in my house is amazing. This morning, I got up really early because like Charlie fed at 6:45. Typically, like I would go back to sleep with him, but I just like got up and did my makeup so that I wouldn't be rushed. Yeah, be rushed. But just the commute up the stairs. I'm not gonna lie, it was hard today. My leg hurts.
I mean, stairs are literally my enemy. I hate stairs with every fiber of my being, and I will do literally anything to avoid them.
No, but also like I'm still recovering. And what's weird about my recovery is I feel like an athlete, like I've pulled muscles is how, like when I try and like get in the car, it's like my leg that hurts. I have to like help my legs. It's, I don't know.
Of are an athlete.
Yeah. That's like all those TikToks, like what's not an Olympic sport but feels like Olympic sport. They say being pregnant, but also giving birth to a 9.5 pound baby. Pound?
9.5 pound baby. Literally, motherhood is an Olympic sport.
Motherhood. Breastfeeding.
Yeah, no, and just like being around kids is exhausting. Like
breastfeeding is an Olympic sport. Like the woman who produces the most, like who has bags and bags in her freezer, like deserves a gold medal. It's not me. I didn't win.
Olivia Oshry.
Olivia Oshry is a gold medalist in breastfeeding.
100%. Actually, probably because even though I don't have children, but I talk to you and just like we're always talking about like kids and stuff, my phone serves me with like mom content, especially on TikTok. And I've ended up on like super producer TikTok where like women who are like super producers, when they wake up, they're like, all right, I have to pump after my sleep. And they will literally produce a gallon of like, literally looks like it came from the grocery store. It's the craziest thing.
Super producer. Olivia is a super producer.
Yeah.
I'm not one, but this time around, breastfeeding is better than it was the first time. Also, it just gets easier the more like the subsequent children you have. The first time is always going to be the hardest, but like even a super producer like Olivia didn't have a hard first time.
From the get.
So it can happen for people, those magical people.
This has just been like a really crazy chapter of our lives, not to make everything about me, but like I was included in it.
You were a big part of the book and the chapter.
Yeah, of the book. And the chapter is closed. Like, how do you feel? I feel like it was such a really treacherous 6 months, right?
Yeah.
Is that how long it was?
5. Yeah, we're in the 6th month now. It's
pain, uncertainty, you know, lots of anxiety. And, you know, knock wood, God is good, Baruch Hashem. We made it out on the other end. And Churly is just churlying. How do you feel?
I feel
at a glance.
At a glance, I'm just like, whoa, what a crazy 5 months. And as I was going through it, I was aware that I wasn't really processing anything more than I needed to. Like, obviously, the stuff with the pregnancy, like I have to be very present and like in making hard decisions and stuff, but like the moving and the being in our old apartment and being like, well, we have a house, like I just wasn't processing any of it. And I felt like when I got home, it would all just feel like a dream kind of, which it does kind of, but now that I'm home, I'm just like, whoa. And I'm also realizing how much more furniture I need. Like,
yeah, you like left your house half empty.
Yeah, like it was those things that didn't bother me before I left. Like now I'm like, we need a rug here, we need a runner here, my bathroom needs this, like. And so that's kind of like, I just kind of want to get into the process of like making it our home.
Nesting.
100%. Yeah, I really feel like nesting. So I didn't get to nest in my pregnancy really, because what am I going to do in not my apartment?
Right.
And so now I want to do all of those things. But one, I can't really stand for more than 10 minutes without having like really bad back pain. And two, Charlie won't be set down. He's on his mama 24/7. Right now he's on his daddy and he's allowing mommy to work, which he does do. He does let me work, but beyond that, he's like, you're not going to nest, you're not going to clean out your closet, you're not going to cook. No.
So to confirm, you are now 2 for 2 with giving birth to boys who support women in business?
Yes, they do. And they support working moms.
They support
working moms. And here's what. You're not allowed to comment on my mispronunciations because I'm in postpartum. Like, I have postpartum brain. I get postpartum brain worse than pregnancy brain. I was watching the interview with Dr. Fox, which, by the way, dropped on Patreon, my OBGYN, who, Mr. Cerclage, like, he's the guy. We did a Patreon episode, and it was amazing. But I was watching the interview, and I'm just, like, flubbing words left and right.
Okay, you know what? I agree. I will not comment. And honestly, I just do it because it's funny. But like, you're right. It's not cool. You're post-pregnancy. You're, you know, not sleeping. It's not right. It's disgusting of me, actually.
No, I appreciate the self-awareness. But it's just, disgusting. I'm not fair game right now.
No, not at all. But so does that mean if I do it, you're going to lay off of me or no?
Well, the problem is that you only do it during ads, and I can't stop you from talking.
This is a business. This is a place of business.
But when I do it and I'm reading the stories, you get to interrupt me and make fun of me, but I can't like stop the ad. Like, we've got to get our coin.
Speaking of stories, we have 5 today. Is that correct?
The stories just fell down from this. It took me 2 seconds.
Literally. Manna from the heavens.
And sometimes when we are on a break and we come back, we do like the 5 big stories. But 1, we've been Patreoning for the last month, so it's all over there. And 2, like there's big news from the weekend, and the stories are extremely from the last 48 hours.
Yeah, I can't wait to get into all of that there is. But like I do like really quickly, just I know my obviously maternity leave like wasn't as important as yours, but like I did kind of like do a lot. So like, is it okay if I just really quickly talk about it?
Yeah, let me formally ask you, Claude, how was your break?
It was amazing. Honestly, the unemployed life is definitely a life worth living. Like, it was everything. Like, so much sleep, so much peace. On day like 2 or 3, I really figured it's not like a sustainable life, the unemployed life. It's nice to have, and a month is a long time. But I did make the decision on like literally day 2. I was walking around. I was so bored, like literally had nothing to do. And I joined the gym. And that was huge for me. And I was just checking. I really wanted to be like really active during maternity leave. And I just checked my app because it like logs how many active days you had. I had 18 active days in the month of August, which I feel like is really good, especially because I played pickleball like 5 times when I didn't go to the gym. So that's like 23 active days. Like, that's amazing.
Oh, you had 18 active days in the gym app.
Just in the gym.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, you need to get, Claude, like I can't believe this is your journey, but you need to get a wearable to track all your activity.
I know.
You could get an Oura ring, but also Whoop had reached out. They wanted us to start wearing Whoops.
And not to be like that girl, but like my trainer. Yeah, my trainer. She loves Whoop. She was wearing the Whoop and she was telling me all about it. She's like, you got to get Whoop.
I also saw, this is cool, and this is not an ad for Whoop, but they did.
Not an ad.
They did want us to try out Whoop and to see if we wanted to work with them. And when I was active like 3 years ago, I was on the cusp of getting a Whoop, and instead I got pregnant.
So similar.
But I saw on your trainer's Instagram that the Whoop, when you're going to a fancy event and you don't want to wear the Whoop with your dress, like when people wear Apple Watches to a wedding, they make Whoop undies where you take off the bit of tech and you put it in your undies. That way you'll get, if you're at a wedding, you'll get the dancing points, but you don't have to walk around with that ugly thing
Jackie,
on.
like when I go back on tour, think about all my steps.
Claudia's tour number 3, brought to you by Whoop.
Whoop it up. Yes. Okay, so I joined the gym. Life-changing. Like, I feel amazing. Like, I really do. Not to be like that bitch. In the first 3 weeks, I was like, why do people enjoy this? And I'm still not the type of, like, I'm going to go today, and it's the bane of my existence. I woke up, it was the first thing I thought about. Like, I'm never going to be one of those people. I'm like, I need to sweat. Like, no, I'm just doing it because I have to. But I do feel myself getting, like, a little stronger, which is good. You know, I'm not, like, out of breath after a flight of stairs. Like, when I go to lunch at Bloomingdale's, which is, you know,
every day
daily occurrence, when I enter on Lexington Avenue, you have to take the stairs up, and I literally like found a way. If you go through the men's department, there's an escalator, but I've been taking the stairs, like, and I'm not out of breath. Like, just little things in my day-to-day that are changed. Oh, and if you like are shocked to be hearing this and you've not been alive for the past month, I also dropped on Patreon during Jackie's maternity leave my journey with Ozempic. I think there was a lot of, you know, speculation about how Turdy lost her weight, and a lot of people wanting to know if I'm on Ozempic, and I did a whole episode on it because I am. And now that I've, you know, spoken my truth,
the
like,
cat's out of the bag.
Prepare to be sick of me. Prepare to be sick of me. Like, I can't stop talking about it. Taylor Strecker's coming on the podcast tomorrow. The whole episode is going to be about Ozempic because she's on it too.
It's so funny. For so long, people wanted you to talk about Ozempic, and it's like now they're going to wish that you would shut up about Ozempic.
No, they're like, not her making this her whole personality. Yeah. What else?
It literally is your personality.
I'm obsessed.
Yeah, so you should listen to that Patreon episode if you didn't already. And let's just give like a shout out to the Patreon that was just
on fire,
doing the most in the month of August. Like, we just had episodes pouring out of us.
And I want to say, like, of course, I'm so sorry that we were gone for a month. I know that I'm not trying to diminish anyone's trauma. Like, I know that was probably really, really hard for you guys. But I feel like if you had Patreon, like, it really wasn't that bad. We were doing premium content, audio, video, confessions, doctorals. Like, it was literally a work of art.
No, and we were dropping like once a week. So we were just like every other podcast.
Right, weekly.
And there was that one week where there was so much news, and it was like, what does the toast think about this? And we did a Fast 5 episode. So we were really giving.
No, I feel really good to be back. I can't lie. Like, knowing how much people loved us, like, it feels amazing how much they missed us.
It was nice to be missed. Absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Do you think maybe today's episode will beat Smartless? I feel like if there ever was a shot in hell, it's this one.
Yeah.
Although I don't know if I told you this. I found out something really interesting about the Apple charts. I don't know if anyone cares about this. But, you know, we've always said the Apple charts are like a very interesting algorithm. It's not basically, oh, this episode has 1 million downloads and this one has 2 million. Like, it's not numeric.
But there is that. That does factor in. Of course.
But a part of the algorithm is subscribers. You know, you can do kind of like how we do on Patreon. You could do paid content on Apple. And if you have a paid show, like a tier of subscription on Apple, you are prioritized in the charts, which Smartless is. I'm just saying.
And we're not. We don't have subscription.
We don't do Apple subscription. So
So maybe
something to think about.
if we did, we could beat Smartless.
Maybe.
But we're going to do
something.
it on our own merits.
So hold on. I just had a list of things I wanted to update everyone on. And one of them is something that's going to make you laugh so hard. I wanted to share a really hilarious text message I got from a friend of mine like 3 days ago. Okay.
Okay.
So it's my friend Marnie. She works for like a big fashion company, and she does like a ton of PR. Like she's always sending us stuff. And she texted me that she was putting together like a package of things for you and Jackie. And I just received this voicemail from my warehouse, and I am wheezing. You need to listen to it. Okay, I'm going to play it into the microphone.
Wait, do I know Marnie?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Tell me, but I wonder if you'll be able to hear it in my microphone.
We'll give it a shot.
Hey, Marnie. Good morning. It's Scott Bowman.
Can you hear
I'd
it?
appreciate if you give me a call back when you get this message. It deals with this note that you want to send to this one influencer. I saw the way what you wrote, and I'm concerned that maybe there was just a little bit of a typo or something. But in your original email, you called her by the name of Turdy, Turdy Lou. That struck me as a little bit odd. Maybe I thought you meant to say Trudy Lou.
Trudy.
I just need to validate. I had my wife write a card to both Trudy Lou and Turdy Lou, but I'm not sure which one I should be sending. I just want you to validate for me the correct name. Thanks so much. We'll hold off on sending this out until you get back to me. Thank you. Bye.
And so Marnie's a toaster. She was dying.
You
She was
will
like, no, Trudy.
heretofore be known as Trudy Lou.
I love it.
It's giving Altivia.
It's giving. No, Trudy Lou is my name.
Trudy Lou. Oh my God, what a precious angel.
He's so sweet. He's like this sweet old man. He was just like wanting to make sure that it wasn't a typo. Trudy.
That's so funny. Did you see that thing that Zach sent you on Instagram from the Saturday Big Ten game? It was like from Barstool posted it.
Remind me.
So it's the two hosts for Saturday sports football, like standing in front of the logo for
Yes.
for
Turd.
the Big Ten Saturday, and like with their new logo and the way that the hosts were standing, it said Big Turd.
Yeah, no, like have me on as a guest.
I was crying.
That is so funny. I thought you would enjoy that very sweet P-Jam energy voicemail.
P-Jam energy.
So it's like kind of like what my maternity was like, you know?
Did Marnie tell him that it was not a typo and that her name is Turdy?
Of course, Marnie clarified.
And what did he say?
Okay.
Turdy it is.
Turdy it is.
Turdy it shall be.
He said, oh, that poor girl.
Yeah, they don't know
Turdy?
that.
They don't know. That it's like a sign of respect.
It is pretty
also-
funny, Turdy-Loo.
One of the other major things I did during your maternity leave was watch Suits. I think you were the one who told me to watch it, right? We reported on that
Yes,
statistic that it was like the #1 watch show on Netflix in August, right?
yes, it was. And you shared, I think, on the Patreon that you were watching Suits.
Season 7, I'm lit up. I'm obsessed. It's literally one of the best shows. And like, not me being fully obsessed with Meghan Markle now. Like, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, everyone who did watch Suits back in the day, like, they got it. They knew when
She was like a little too beautiful and talented to be on this like random USA Network show. Like, she didn't fit in. Like, she just, you know where she needed to be? The palace. And
Right.
That's where she got.
Right, like they weren't shocked that she was dating a prince when it was announced.
And what's so funny is the show's having like a crazy resurgence. It's like all over TikTok. And Mike Ross, the actor who plays in Patrick Adams, that guy who's married to Troyan Bellisario, he changed his Instagram bio to that guy from that show that you're watching on that app because that girl married the prince. Yeah, he's like, they're making a moment of it. These people from the show are not like, you know, crazy busy working actors. Like they had the show. Oh, but another fun fact, you're going to love this. The best character from the show is Louis Litt. He's Jewish on the show and he's Jewish in real life. And real ones will remember the girl from Princesses Long Island who was dating his brother. I think his brother's name was like Jeff Hoffman. And they were like all from Long Island. And she like thought she was better than everyone because like her boyfriend's brother was like on a TV show that no one was watching at the time. But now, I guess, you know, it's a big deal.
Now she's better than everyone.
So I went to his Instagram to like stalk him just to see what Rick was up to. And he is in that movie that we like weirdly have nonstop been talking about. That Tim Dillon and Addison Rae, Thanksgiving, he's in it.
I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, it's like an Eli Roth movie that Tim Dillon has been cast in, Addison Rae. Rick Hoffman's in it.
Star-studded.
And Rick Hoffman, I then went to go down a rabbit hole of all the characters from Suits at the royal wedding, because she invited every single one of them. And it was just cool to see them all there, like in their outfits. But I didn't realize, because I wasn't paying attention to the cast of Suits at the time, that Rick Hoffman, my favorite character, the Jewish guy, went viral.
Because of his outfit.
No. They like panned to him and he looked miserable. Like, you never saw a mug like this in your life. So much so that he actually had to respond. And he said very honestly, he was like, I was having a lovely time. The woman next to me had the breath of a sewer. Like, he was like, it was so horrible. Like, that's what my face was reacting to, not the nuptials. It was a beautiful wedding, he clarified.
Wow. That's kind of crazy to throw her under the bus like that.
I know.
Because it's like, we know.
We could see her.
We could see her.
Yeah.
Well, I've been sitting here for 22 minutes, and I didn't mention that I'm a new person in the last week or so.
I know.
Because I've been watching Love Island UK season 5. And the reason why I started with season 5 is because I watched Untold Jake Paul the night I went into labor. I told this on the Patreon in my birth story. And in the documentary, he fights Tommy Fury, who's with Molly May. And I had followed Molly May on Instagram like right after she gave birth, because she's just like a girly and she posts really great content. But then I saw Tommy on the documentary and I was like, oh, I want to know more. Let me go to their origin story. And I'm watching Love Island UK season 5, and I came for Tommy and Molly, and they are everything and more. Like, obsessed beyond.
A love story of a generation.
And I was really like kind of with blinders on, like I'm here to like watch the nuggets of them. Where are Tommy and Molly in the background? Like what are Tommy and Molly doing here? And the way I have just fallen for Maura Higgins and Maura and Curtis, like Claudia, you actually have to watch it. I know everyone says you have to watch Love Island UK, and we always ignored them.
Yeah,
but
always.
I have not had this much of like a vocal reaction. Like every time they talk on screen or like kiss or are cute, like I'm literally just like, oh my God, I'm dying. Like I literally am laughing, cackling. They're both so funny, smiling. I'm so invested, and it's been a wonderful postpartum companion show. Like Zach and I watch it every night after Harry goes down, but then like Charlie doesn't actually fall asleep for the night until really late, so we probably get like 5 episodes in every day, and it's been so good. We have like 4 left. I'll miss it, but I also am ready to see how it ends, what happens, so then I can go stalk everyone. Pretty sure Curtis and Maura aren't together right now, because I followed her on Instagram already, and she looks like a single girl. And maybe she's dating like a private businessman Beau, who doesn't want to be on her Instagram. But if she was dating Curtis Pritchard from the show, like they'd be,
of course, they would be blowing it up.
They're definitely not together. Plus, this was literally 2019. Like it's crazy that Tommy and Molly are still together, and that they have a baby, and that they're engaged.
It's so sweet.
It's so sweet. Molly's in New York this week.
Should we get her on the toast?
Well, now that I'm gone, no. But maybe it's good that I'm gone, because maybe she wouldn't have come on the toast, and then it would have hurt. Now I could just say it's because like,
like Molly didn't reject us because we never reached out.
Right.
You can't get hurt if you never get up, you know?
Right. But I do think she would have loved the toast, and I would have loved to have her. But anyways, it's been wonderful. Claudia, like you really should watch. Like
I know, you don't understand how I literally cannot watch anything till Suits is over. Ben is a Suits like torturer, actually. He's like making me hate the show, because I've been really into the US Open. I want to watch it like every night. Ben sits there being like, can we watch Suits? Can we watch Suits? Can we watch Suits? I'm like, listen, I'm in my tennis girl era. I think I'm going to go to the US Open this week. I'm just like trying to find tickets. They're like crazy expensive. And every time I put on tennis, he's like, but what about Suits? It's like so annoying. I can't watch anything else. When I'm done with Suits, I'm already on season 7. I'm almost at season 8. I will watch Love Island. I promise. What platform?
Hulu.
Got it.
And the only person who's loving the experience more than me is Zach, which
is so nice.
Never heard of Love Island. Like I'm explaining like Casa Amor, and I'm not even a Love Island expert, but he's like, how do you know all of this? I'm like, I don't know.
It's my job.
I did watch like the US first 3 seasons, so I know like how Casa Amor works, and like, you know, all the recoupling and whatnot. But it has just been, honestly, like it's been such a positive
in your postpartum,
in my postpartum journey. Like I feel like the show that you watch when you're like, actually, I haven't been watching while I'm breastfeeding in the night, because Zach is sleeping, and I can't watch without him. He won't let me. And if he watched it without me, no.
Divorce.
But I feel like the show that you watch in those days right after you give birth is really a big part of your mental health and like
You're healing.
You're thinking about it all the time, and even when you're sleeping, you're like barely sleeping. You're just like thinking about whatever you're watching or reading, and it has been such a great show for this experience.
I love that.
And you know, I've been like dogging TV for the last few months.
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but like you were like kind of negative like a few months ago.
No, but that's just because the content's negative and the content is bad. And when the content is good, I'll be the first one to say it and rave about it.
But maybe your opinions on these shows were just a reflection of your headspace at the time.
I'll give it a shot. What did I hate? I'll go watch it.
Everything.
What did I hate?
I don't remember.
I need a specific.
You watched Selling Sunset.
I love that. Like, I loved it.
Yeah. I don't remember what
Oh,
else.
Shrinking?
Shrinking, which was good. Like, stop.
But the thing is, I feel like it would take more to impress me now because I'm like so drained. I'm so like, this is stupid. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I feel like that just is a testament to how Love Island is amazing this particular season.
Perhaps.
No, it is. It would take more to impress me now.
I am going to watch it, like, for sure.
You're going to be obsessed. Curtis and Maura.
Obsessed. And speaking of TV, I canceled my cable. Like, added to the list of things Jackie told me to do a million years ago. Jackie cut her cords. I thought it was the weirdest thing. I'm like, girl, everyone has cable. And she got YouTube TV, cut to literally 2 days ago, because I was watching the US Open and Spectrum is in like some legal battle with ESPN that I couldn't get ESPN. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I called them and I canceled. And now I have YouTube TV. And you know what? My life is no different. It's not better. It's not worse. It's no different, which is good.
And it's savings.
Oh, I'm saving like a couple $100s a month. I was paying so much for cable.
I already added to the list. Don't worry.
Yeah, so there's Downton, reading, cable.
Do you want
Honestly,
the official list?
We haven't updated it. You have to add cable, and I think you have to add like exercising.
Oh, totally.
Which is so sad.
I know. Hold on. Okay, Downton, reading on a Kindle. Mm-hmm. The phrase "how you dern." You hated it when I used to say it.
So true.
The show Succession.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Yellowstone.
Pickleball.
100%. I'm obsessed.
Cord cutting. And what did you just say? Exercise.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, will be on the list. Like, in due time.
I mean, I could tell you everything, but sure.
But guess what I'm guessing?
Love Island.
No, because I agree with you. I'm not stubborn against it.
Okay,
like, I
okay.
agree. But this is things I was stubborn against, but obviously was wrong about.
I don't know.
Motherhood.
Oh, that's what I was thinking, but I was like, that's, you know.
It's a little presumptuous for you to say it.
Yeah.
No. Oh, speaking of, today's a new beginning of a new dawn at the toast. So it's only appropriate that I woke up with my period.
You know what's so funny is that for the girl, me, who like hates talking about periods on the podcast.
Circlage.
We did literally a whole episode with an OBGYN.
With your
I think
OBGYN.
Like period, menstrual, hormones, like birth control. It was all. But I
vaginal.
guess, but like, I'm okay with talking about periods if we had an episode dedicated to periods with an expert. That's totally fine.
Should we?
You know what my issue with talking about periods is?
Yeah.
Like when people like just like use it as a blanket excuse for everything.
No, I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just.
You just want to
everyone know,
update
like,
everyone.
That it truly is like the dawn of a new age here.
Yeah, a new egg dropped.
Right. Like if it's how symbolic that today of all days, seriously.
It's like a rebirth.
Yeah. It's kind of beautiful.
Well, when you put it like that, I think we do.
It was important for
I
me
think
to bring
we
it
do
up.
need to know.
Thank you.
No, honestly, this is a battle I have lost. I'm not going to die on this hill that we can't talk about period. Even though that wasn't my initial thesis.
And what's so crazy,
even though that wasn't my initial thesis, but it's what
you
I've come
had
to be
said,
known
which
for.
I actually, when you said it, I agreed with. It's like people on the internet like don't need to announce that they're on their periods. Like it's just unnecessary. Like I agreed with it. But ever since you said that, I don't think a month has passed where I haven't acknowledged my period publicly.
It's like a self-fulfilling
prophecy.
Yeah. That happens to me too sometimes.
Had you never said it, I never would have brought it up.
It happens to me too sometimes where I'm like against something, but then I find myself doing it. Oops, see this
100%.
It's this leg. This
Your
leg,
left leg?
my left leg like won't move. Like when I get into the car, I gotta like hoist my
it.
leg. Ow. But it really feels
Yeah.
like I pulled a muscle. That's what it.
You did. Like you literally were contracting your whole body to push out a 10-pound baby. Like it's not that crazy that your leg's a little sore. You know?
Yeah. It's just not what you would, it's not the pain that you would expect when you think of birthing pains.
100%.
But that's been the lingering pain, as well as back pain, which is just lovely. But I do have like ultra strength ibuprofen.
And your poise pads.
And my poise pads, which I love. If you guys aren't patrons, which unfortunately a lot of you aren't.
It's literally disgusting. No, I'm kidding.
You would have heard how the poise, what?
No, nothing.
You would have heard how I really did use my poise pad when my water broke, and I only needed to use one. It absorbed right up.
It absorbs right up. Also, not an ad, but just letting you know, like, we are so authentic. Like, all of our sponsors are coming through at different stages of our lives.
And different stages of this episode. You want to know my outfit? Head to toe, Lululemon.
Oh, I just got a new package.
Actually, head to ankle. Shoes are Prada.
Of course they are. Oh, speaking of shoes, if you're watching as a video today, I don't want to trigger warning. Look what shoes I'm wearing.
I just got those too in that color.
Original toasters will remember the kind of raggedy white pair of loafers that Jackie wore day in and day out at our old studio for approximately 2 years. And people started to say stuff. Like, they really started to come for the shoes. And you know what? I was one of those people. Add it to the list.
The Nicholas Kirkwood flats.
Because I'm like, Jackie, first of all, like, those shoes, like, throw them away. Like, they're literally
everyone called them my granny shoes.
And like, they were a little old lady, but it was more so like the condition that they were in, you know, like, you wore them every day. They were like white. They had gotten a little sad. But cut to, you know, they were on sale. Jackie sent me a link and I actually bought them. Literally, I've never had a pair of shoes that makes my legs look longer and skinnier, and I stand by that. So you know what? Once again, we were wrong and Jackie was right.
Yeah. Also, it was when you came down to Florida and raided my closet that you wore a pair of them and you loved how you looked. You were going to like the way you look.
You guaranteed it.
I did, and so much so that she bought the shoe, and I bought that color too, the beige ones that you're wearing. So now I have three.
It's gorgeous fall footwear.
Gorgeous fall footwear, but it's also because like Granny is in style right now.
Granny is in. You were just a little ahead of your time.
Yeah, which is fine.
Like Shakespeare, you weren't even Shakespeare wasn't even appreciated in your own time, and you're certainly not.
Oh my God, certainly not.
Certainly.
You guys don't even know. No, I do feel very appreciated. I've gotten a lot of outreach and love just over the last few weeks. You guys are the best, and I am so happy to be back doing the show.
So moving forward, let's do like a little housekeeping. Obviously, everybody saw the schedule for this week. It's posted on our Instagram. We've got great co-hosts. You will be checking in with us minimum once a week, correct?
Minimum once a week for this next month.
So like, see how it goes. You know, if you want to come back twice a week, like, we would absolutely love to have you, but no pressure, of course.
Yeah, so far so good. Not to like jinx anything, but I think for September, expect me once a week.
Okay.
October, like more than that. I'm also should be coming to New York in October, so that would be like a 5-day.
Oh my God. By the way, book launch is coming soon.
Book launch. I wanted to mention the books. I felt like I haven't mentioned it in a while. I was a little like quiet on the home front, but my children's book is coming out October 10th, almost a month away. It's called The Camper and the Counselor, and it is so amazing and wonderful. And I actually haven't given this update because people are going to think I'm lying, but I'm not. Mm-hmm. It is literally Harry's favorite book. We read it every night before bed.
He has it memorized.
He finishes every single stanza. Whenever I finish, more. We do it again and again and again.
Miss Rachel, more.
Yeah, the Miss Rachel, more. And I keep reading until like I have to be like, okay, no, Harry, it's time for bed. He calls it Counselor. Like, when he wants to read the book, he's like, Counselor. I'm like, like, and I'm really not lying. It is his favorite book of all of the books.
And when you put him down for bed, does he say, "Mommy, the windy camp roads give me goosebumps and chills"?
He does sometimes. No, that part's a lie. See, I'm not gonna lie. He doesn't say it.
Don't lie.
But he loves it so much, and I really didn't like push it on him. Like, you better like Mommy's book. It was just like always around the apartment.
No, but he better like Mommy's book,
right? And I read it to him like a few times, like just to test out the product, and he absolutely loves it. Like, it's an amazing book, and it's mom tested and Harry approved.
And that's because like children's books that rhyme are far superior, even though the industry says otherwise.
Yeah, and it's full of colors. There are so many like little things that he's like, bird, brush, because there's like a hairbrush. They are drinking tea. He loves tea, so he said tea.
He loves tea.
Yeah, he loves tea, and it really is his favorite book, and it's just really great for kids. Like, you should get it. Is what I'm saying. So head over, check Amazon, link in my bio, Google, wherever you buy books. You know where to find me.
You know.
And you can still get a signed copy via Talk Shop Live. So
Fabulous.
if you want to do that, go and do that before that's no longer an option.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think it's time?
So I've been thinking about that. On the
it kind of feels
on
like
the
timing.
one hand, it is time. And if the stories weren't so interesting,
amazing,
I would continue to wax poetic about how much Harry loves his mommy's work. But given that people wanted to hear about our takes on these stories, it's time. But otherwise, it wouldn't have been time because we could have recapped the last month for an hour and a half.
I know, but I feel like we have a job to do here today.
We do.
And I think
I didn't get dressed in haka for nothing.
Right.
So without further ado, it is time for the Fast 5 stories that you need to know.
And today's episode is brought to you by a brand new sponsor that I'm very excited about because this was a product and a brand in my daily skincare routine, CeraVe. So CeraVe, as a lot of us know, is the #1 dermatologist recommended acne brand, and they have a line of products developed specifically for acne-prone skin to promote clear complexion, all formulated with 3 essential ceramides so you can disrupt the acne cycle without disrupting the skin barrier. So if you are struggling with acne, CeraVe is just a skincare brand that you can really, really trust. And I think with acne, some people get really insecure and they think they have to go really, really high end or, more complicated. But CeraVe is just a really good, reliable, simple brand that uses really, really good ingredients. An effective acne cleanser is the first step in your anti-acne routine. 2 of the most commonly recommended ingredients for treating acne is benzoyl peroxide and salicylic acid. So salicylic acid works to exfoliate and unclog pores. It removes dirt and acne-causing debris. The CeraVe Acne Control Cleanser contains 2% salicylic acid to reduce blackheads and prevent new breakouts. It improves the appearance of pores and contains oil-absorbing technology, making it a great option for maintaining a clear complexion and preventing new breakouts. CeraVe's Acne Foaming Cream Cleanser is a 4% benzoyl peroxide treatment to clear acne pimples, help prevent new breakouts, and allow skin to heal. The formula contains hyaluronic acid, niacinamide, and 3 essential ceramides that leave skin feeling comfortable. And they just launched a new 10% maximum strength benzoyl peroxide wash, which is the CeraVe Acne Foaming Cream Wash. It is the highest concentration without a prescription available. It clears face and body without disrupting the skin barrier. So whether you have acne on your skin, I know a lot of people get it on their chest, back, shoulders, you can use that wash on your body. Their AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion and PM Facial Moisturizing Lotion are recommended by dermatologists. These moisturizers contain 3 essential ceramides to help restore the skin's natural barrier. Visit CVS in-store or online at cvs.com to receive buy one, get one 40% off on the entire CeraVe Acne line. The promotion runs between September 3rd and September 9th and September 17th through September 23rd. So with CVS in-store or online at cvs.com to receive that buy one, get one 40% off on the entire CeraVe Acne line. Today's episode is also brought to you by the Farmer's Dog. So if you have a Strice brethren in your life, you know how important it is to keep them healthy. It contributes to a long life. And we believe that all dogs should be eating real, fresh food. The Farmer's Dog is so easy. It's delivered to your door monthly. You freeze it, you squeeze it. They give you this little quiz before when you sign up to learn all about your Strice bro based on their breed, their activity, poops, things like that. And when you switch over to the Farmer's Dog, you will have a noticeable difference in so many things about your dog. Like for Theo, I noticed his breath was so much better. His breath was a really big problem for me. I thought it was just dog breath, but low-key, it was not normal. And now that he's eating fresh, healthy dog food, his breath is so much better, shinier coat. His poops are better scheduled. They're, smaller, more just what duties should be. There's so many health benefits. The Farmer's Dog makes and delivers fresh, healthy dog food. It's developed by vets. It's nutritionally balanced, and it's made from real healthy ingredients to human food safety conditions and standards. So it's the best option for dogs at all life stages because it's not kibble, it's not canned goo, it's just real healthy food. Traditional dry and wet dog food options are highly processed. They can use much lower quality ingredients than they claim to, and they are extremely difficult to portion accurately. And the Farmer's Dog isn't just fresh, higher quality food. They also send the food pre-portioned specifically for your dog based on their unique nutritional needs. So get 50% off your first box of fresh, healthy food at thefarmersdog.com/toast. That's free shipping included when you go to thefarmersdog.com/toast. Go to thefarmersdog.com/toast to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping.
Thanks, Claude.
You're welcome.
Okay, our first story. I personally think it's the biggest story of the last few days and the most surprising. Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner are headed for divorce, TMZ reported on Sunday. Sources with direct knowledge told TMZ that Joe had his people contact and consult with at least 2 LA area divorce lawyers, and he's on the cusp of filing for divorce to end his marriage to Sophie. TMZ sources say the couple has had serious problems for at least 6 months. They're told over the last 3 months, Joe has been caring for their 2 young children pretty much all of the time, even as his band was touring. They're told Joe currently has the kids as the group is playing shows around the U.S. On the surface, though, it seemed there are no signs of trouble. They have attended events together. However, in recent weeks, Joe was seen not wearing his ring. But last night, there was a Jonas Brothers concert, or 2 nights ago, and Sophie was in attendance. Joe was wearing his ring. He also posted to Instagram yesterday a picture of him where his ring is like front and center.
Yeah.
But like then TMZ, clearly, you know, they're trying to say something. TMZ updated their story with a shot of him from a few weeks ago not wearing a ring to go get coffee, which like
means nothing.
But TMZ is maintaining that they are headed for divorce.
So let's just talk about the initial shock of this news. Like, when I saw this, I was genuinely shocked. This is a couple, like, to me, that is just set. And I don't think about them. They don't, like, you know, have drama or anything. I just don't even think about their viability as a couple, because to me, they're just, like, married, you know? Like, they're not in the tabloids. They're not salacious at all. And I feel like they're really well matched for each other. Personality-wise, fame-wise, I feel like they're really happy. They just had their second kid. So this was extremely shocking news. And part of me just like couldn't believe it. And then, you know, her being at the show and him wearing his ring and posting on Instagram kind of pointedly made me think it's not true. Like, I don't know what to believe now.
I usually am the first to stay in denial. And when I first saw this news, like, I was genuinely shocked. But then I kind of came around to the idea, you know, they're both like very young. When you are like, I could imagine, I came around to it. I was like, oh, okay, I guess they're not going to work out. That's really sad. Now they're not denying the rumors, but they are kind of trying to throw people off the scent. So I feel like they just want to buy more time for themselves. But I don't feel like it's them saying, no, we're together, because they would have put out a statement or something.
Right. And I guess like if they are separated, her being at the show is like not that crazy. If the girls, or do they have 2 daughters? Yeah. If their kids are on tour with him,
right,
you know, she wants to spend time with the kids and they want to go to the show. Like, it's not the craziest thing, especially if it's like decently amicable.
Right. And so I feel like them doing the stuff that they did in the last few days of rings and shows and whatnot is just them trying to like maintain a bit of privacy by throwing people off the scent, not necessarily rebuking the fact that they're having marital troubles.
The TMZ article was extremely shady towards Sophie, basically saying, you know, she hasn't been with the kids at all, even though Joe's on tour. The kids are with Joe. She hasn't worked much since Game of Thrones. Like, it was very shady. And it made me think, like, where the information comes from. Like, if that's coming from Joe's camp, like, that's really, like, could be a sign of trouble.
Yeah, but I don't think it's coming from Joe's camp, like, with Joe's knowledge. Like, I don't think that, like, maybe there's some like rogue team member who knows stuff who like went to TMZ, but I don't think Joe would be actively trying to like put this narrative out there, especially if he's also like working with Sophie to make sure things look like they're okay.
Right. Like they're a team still.
Right. But like maybe like one of the lawyers that he met with, well, that's like actually illegal. I don't know, but you know, maybe somebody heard a whisper and they're like, oh, Joe met with 2 lawyers and Sophie's not with the kids and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. This is just really shocking to me, honestly. Like, if you would have asked me which of like the Joe Bros would get divorced, honestly, I never would have said Kevin and Danielle. No. I never would have said Joe and Sophie. And honestly, like these days, I don't think I would have said Nick and Priyanka. Like, probably, I think when they first,
most people would have said Nick and Priyanka because people love to doubt them and they love to prove people wrong.
No, it's so true. But they're also like the most, in my opinion, like private. Yeah. About their relationship.
Joe and Sophie are actually pretty private too.
Like now they are. I think in the beginning they weren't.
Nobody even knew Sophie was pregnant the second time.
Yeah. Until
she like posted, I think, in a carousel, not even the first picture. Yeah. A picture of her like and giving birth.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know who I would have said got divorced first, but to me, I just thought that these two were really solid. So this is just shocking news.
It is. do want to hold out hope that TMZ doesn't know what they're talking about, but they not only like put out that first article, they're doubling down. They're not like being
TMZ
thrown.
is always right. TMZ is always right.
I think this is a situation like where there's smoke, there's fire for sure, but I think it's still in flux. You know, maybe they're trying to work things out. Maybe they are separating. Maybe one of them is having a hard time and needs some personal time.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know, man. This is really just actual shocking news. It takes a lot to shock me.
It takes a lot to shock me too. It's shocking and it's sad.
It is sad, especially because they just had a baby.
And it's not to make it about us, but we've always cited them as an example of a couple that could be extremely busy and still make it work. So your scheduling conflict excuse for breaking up as a celebrity couple like has no merit. Because look at Joe and Sophie.
We've also used them as an example of like how amazing it was that Joe Jonas was able to actually, you know, date on his level after Gigi Hadid.
But it's still an example of that.
Yes, it is. It's just sad that it wasn't a happy ending.
But I guess it's still an example of busy schedules being able to thrive in relationships, because when the Jonas Brothers were making their comeback, it was the final season of Game of Thrones. Like, you couldn't find
actually so true.
busier or more successful people. Actually, I feel like right now their schedules are less busy. So it has nothing to do with schedules.
Yeah. Now people are obviously like pulling footage from the last couple of weeks of shows. Joe had cried during one song, and like it kind of was out of character for him to cry. He's like not the emotional one. He's kind of like goofy.
Yeah, but like I cry sometimes.
You do.
Like
even heroes cry.
You know, there's a million reasons to cry.
Yeah. Sometimes a song just like really comes over you, and like it's like not even your favorite song or not even the best song, but you just get like kind of like taken by the song.
No, it's so true. And you're like on the huge stage with your brothers performing these songs.
It's emotional. Yeah.
How can you not cry?
So true.
What song was it?
Little Bird or something? I don't even know it.
I wonder what it's about.
I imagine it goes a little something like this. Little bird, oh, you're so little, and you're a bird, so fly away.
Okay, it's about like a daughter. And,
okay. Well, that'll make you cry.
It literally, listen to the lyrics. I'll try and read them without crying. Okay.
Okay.
You came in the world, my baby girl, beautiful angel. Oh, I could cry. Got your mother's kind eyes.
Oh.
Trying to stop time. No, I could never ask for more. Darling, there's a train coming in your life that you got to catch, but that's not right now. Oh my God, this song is literally designed to make you cry.
Okay, I'm sorry I made fun of it. I really
No, not even that. He's not crying about Sophie.
No, yeah, it's fatherhood. It's emotional.
Kids growing up. Time is fleeting.
Yeah.
Small hands wrapped around my finger. And we dance, try to let it linger. Because I know if I'm doing my job correct, nights like these will happen less. So,
oh my God, I have chills. Really sad.
I have chills. I can't. So please just keep me in your heart when you fly into somebody else's arms, little bird.
Oh, that's really sweet. Not me being like such a bitch making fun of it.
No, I didn't. I don't feel like
I didn't know.
You were making fun of it.
Little bird fly.
And now I need to listen to the song and try not to cry.
Totally. Number one favorite song.
Title of today's episode.
I just wanna play my music all night long. To me, that's the best Jonas Brothers song.
Oh, really?
Yeah, play my music, literally from Camp Rock. In my humble opinion, is the best Jonas Brothers song.
My humble opinion states that the best Jonas Brothers song is Fly With Me.
That's also a really good one. You know what? Low-key, they have like so many bangers. Used to pray for a moment just like this.
There's a fire and I can't resist.
Baby, we're gonna wanna remember this.
Yeah,
Baby,
we're gonna wanna remember. So good.
So good. Like, they kind of are like amazing.
Yeah. So we'll keep you posted on Joe and Sophie Ovs.
Jophie, it's upsetting.
It is upsetting. And I hope that whatever comes, that they're able to coexist, work through for the kids.
Yeah.
Are you ready for our next story?
I am.
Another shocking split.
What?
Summer House stars Carl Radke
oh my God,
and
yes.
Lindsay Hubbard called off their engagement. this weekend. Entertainment Tonight had the exclusive that they caught off their engagement and it was all caught on camera. Sources told ET that Carl and Lindsay have called off their engagement. The two were set to get married in November, but Carl told Lindsay he couldn't move forward with the wedding. The breakup was filmed and will most likely play out on the next season of Summer House. Just 2 weeks ago, she had her bridal shower in the city. Several of her co-stars were in attendance, and now this.
No, this is shocking. They were literally getting married in November. Like, this is a close call. I'm shocked, and I'm a little annoyed because I really took their side last season, and now I look stupid.
That's exactly how I feel. I look forward to finding out what happened because I feel like maybe it could still vindicate us, you know? Like,
yeah,
I can't explain it. But I still, even though they didn't work out as a couple, like, I still stand firm that Danielle's reaction to their engagement was
insane.
The craziest thing I've ever witnessed. Even now, looking at through the prism of two people who aren't meant to be together, and aren't getting married, like, that's just not how you react when your best friend gets engaged.
No, I stand by everything. Like, I believed in their love, and I'm not going to apologize for believing in love ever.
No, and I also just like believed in the way that they were treating their relationship as an adult relationship and taking themselves very seriously. Like,
completely agree.
I stand by what I said. I honestly don't even know the two of them well enough. I don't think I ever said these two are meant to be and like I liked how they were like in their relationship. Up. Yeah.
Yeah, and like acting like adults.
Unless they say something like we were too serious, too fast.
Yeah, unless they say they moved too fast. Even though I don't think the timeline was that crazy.
No, me neither. Not compared to like lay people, you know?
Yeah, no, and keep in mind, these are two people who have known each other for like over 10 years.
Right. I don't think it's so crazy either.
But this news was shocking.
Right. And apparently it's a shock to Lindsay as well. It's not like they came to this decision. I think he blindsided her. He did it on camera. So we shall see in a few months, whatever this moment was.
Crazy. Because one thing I actually respected about the relationship is that they kept things to themselves, like especially off camera. Like they didn't air dirty laundry. Like they, you know, presented a united front, which I think is really good for a relationship. So to just be blindsided on camera, that's like kind of like out of character of Carl in terms of their relationship. I feel like he was always like protecting Lindsay, and that's one thing I actually really respected about their relationship. So this is crazy, but it does lend an opportunity for like this redemption of Lindsay. Like all the girls, like she's going to become like a victim energy now. And I think the audience will feel for her. I do think this could kind of be like a redemptive moment.
I don't think she needs to be redeemed.
No, I don't either, but we were in the minority.
I know, but that just frustrates me. And also, I don't know. We'll have to see what happened, because if I were Lindsay and all these people didn't support my relationship, like I'm also not running over to you in my time of need.
Yeah, but there's limited people, you know, she's in despair. She's stuck in this house with people. Like she needs a shoulder to cry on.
Yeah, well, she's friends with that girl, Samantha.
And I also do think her and Danielle are on the mend.
Yeah, I saw Danielle said something about the breakup, but I didn't click the
She did. Somebody had cited the scene in Sex and the City movie 1 where Big leaves her at the altar and Charlotte hugs Carrie while they're like in the limo fighting, and she's like, no. And Danielle commented like, I am Charlotte. Yeah, it was cringe, but I assume that means they're on a good page. I don't know.
Okay, well, I'm sad about it, honestly. This was another thing that genuinely shocked me and also made me a little annoyed.
Yeah, me too. Like, oh my God, the one time I like stand for something, of course they break up.
Yeah, not cool.
Not a cool ask.
Are you ready for our next story?
I don't know. Am I?
No, you don't look ready, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I'm not, because the next story, is brought to you by Kitsch. Game changing. That's what Kitsch's biggest fans say about its time-saving beauty essentials for hair, skin, and body. Are you ready to change the beauty game? They say that hair care is the new skincare, but there's one brand that's really taken it to the next level. With a cult-like following, Kitsch has created game-changing beauty essentials that beauty enthusiasts swear by. From satin pillowcases to time-saving towels, Kitsch knows hair care doesn't stop in the shower. So Kitsch is a brand I adore. I have so many of their clips, like so many of their different hair products, especially like I'm in my blowout era. I don't know if anybody noticed, like I don't really curl my hair anymore. I've been like trying to preserve a weekly blowout, and that requires some products when you sleep like an animal the way that I do. So whatever your budget, whatever your skin or hair type, Kitsch believes that you deserve little indulgences at affordable prices. They started selling hair ties in 2010 door to door, and now they are carried in over 20,000 retail locations. Maybe you've seen their satin pillowcases, their caps, and their eye masks, all of which I have been using. I have like a satin dream when I go to sleep now because it really helps me wake up like without a rat's nest that I don't have to like fully blow out again. They also have heatless satin curling rollers if you want to get rid of heat damage. Their latest viral craze is the rice water shampoo bars, which can improve your overall hair growth and density. Reviewers say that they'll never use bottle shampoo again, and their hair feels like 1,000% better between washes. Plus, right now, for a limited time, you can live the Barbie dream life with the Barbie by Kitsch collection. So right now, Kitsch is offering you 30% off your entire order at mykitsch.com/toast. That's right, 30% off anything and everything at mykitsch.com/toast. That's mykitsch.com/toast for 30% off your order. Today's episode is also brought to you by Court. Life is always changing, and your furniture should be able to change with it. With Court Furniture Rental, you can get the furniture and services that you need to help make everyday life transition as seamless as possible. So whether you're making a short-term, long-distance move, relocating, starting a new chapter, or you simply don't want to be tied down by owning furniture, Court has a solution for you. Simply pick the furniture you want, then their expert team delivers and sets it up. The furniture will be there when you need it and gone when you don't. Get furniture on your own terms with Court Furniture Rental. And visit court.com/podcast to learn more and find the furniture package that fits your life. That's CORT.com/podcast. So you can have furniture on demand, which I think a lot of us aren't used to, and being bogged down with so much furniture, especially if you live like a more relaxed, untethered lifestyle and you love to travel, having so much furniture can be like kind of a pain, and then you have to find storage. Or if you just like to keep up with like furniture trends, they change so quickly. So having Court Furniture Rental at your disposal is kind of like a gorgeous thing. Make room for something new without leaving a mess behind to clean up. Court will pick up what you've rented without you lifting a finger, and by renting, you're supporting a more sustainable way of living, which of course is fabulous. So again, that link is court.com/podcast, CORT.com/podcast, to learn more and find the furniture package that fits your needs. This is a fabulous premise. I feel like it's kind of revolutionary.
Fabulous premise.
Kind of revolutionary.
Honestly. I feel like
court.com/podcast.
Yeah. It's a great thing, great resource. Mm-hmm. Okay, our next story. Travis Barker's family emergency has been revealed. Pregnant Kourtney Kardashian was briefly hospitalized. So Travis Barker had to abruptly fly home from Blink-182's tour after his pregnant wife, Kourtney Kardashian, was hospitalized, according to a new report. The reality star had a brief stay in the hospital, is now back home with her kids. She's feeling better. People Magazine insider added she's happy to have Travis back home too. So Travis is on tour. The band put up an announcement that Travis had to go home for a family emergency. We all know Kourtney is pregnant, and she had a brief stay in an LA area hospital, and she checked out of the hospital on Saturday. Weirdly, there's paparazzi photos of her leaving the hospital.
So rude.
Rude.
I feel like for him to have canceled like so many big shows, it had to have been like a serious thing. And to be in the hospital is obviously so scary, but like pregnant is even scarier. So honestly, I'm not going to be a snoop. I would love to know what's going on, but like I'm genuinely wishing her the best, like for real.
Genuinely wishing her the best. I'm glad that she was able to leave. I hope everything's okay. I understand big or small, when your pregnant wife is in the hospital, like you leave your show. Yeah. And I feel like maybe not every single artist would do that. They would wait to see like what's going to be,
how it lands.
But like the way that Kourtney and Travis are, that they want to be by each other's side through everything. Like it makes sense that he dipped and is going to be with her.
Yeah, I feel like one of my biggest takeaways from the most recent season of the Kardashians is like Travis is like everything. He's such a good husband. He's such a good dad. He's such a good stepdad. He's such a good, I think he's also like I don't even know what the relationship
guardian.
is. Guardian. Shanna Mokler, the oldest daughter, Atiana, is not Travis's biological kid, but you would never know that. Like he treats her, like loves her, lives with her. It's like the more I learn about Travis, like the more I'm obsessed.
Yeah, he's really just a family man.
And it just doesn't look
like
you would
just never guess it because he looks so hardcore.
Right. But he's like deeply emotional, and he's been through a lot, and he didn't fly for all those years. Like he's kind of this like onion. Right.
Well, now this onion is with his wife.
And the kids, because I saw Penelope went with Auntie Coco and Auntie Kim and lovey to the Beyonce concert last night. So obviously like the whole family's pitching in, you know, making sure the kids, sure Kourtney's recovering. I'm sure all the kids are at grandma's. It's nice.
It's nice, but I also could have seen Penelope going with North and Kim to the concert even without this. Like that's very much like what they do. North and P are best friends. So
yeah,
I'm glad everyone's having a good time, which actually leads to our next story, our next Kardashian story, which is Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet cozying up at Beyonce's Renaissance tour in their first public outing together. So Beyonce's tour made its way to LA.
SoFi.
A lot of celebs in attendance, a lot of headlines. But the biggest one is Kylie and Timothée together, kissing, loving each other, having a great time.
So this is, in my opinion, like the first real photo we have of them. The other one was like them smoking cigarettes outside in someone's backyard, and they weren't even touching. Like to me, those could have been any two people.
Yes, but it did give credence to what to me sounded like an unfathomable rumor that the two of them were dating. Like I would have never guessed it. So just the fact that it was her and Kendall and Timothée and Kimber, like it meant something.
Yeah, no, it was further confirmation. But to me, like, this is so next level. Like, the kissing photos, holding each other. And I think before I saw these photos, like, I would have said, this is a weird couple. I'm like, I'm not into it. I genuinely do not understand the Timothée Chalamet hype. Like, how he gets the most beautiful women in the world is, like, one of the great mysteries to me. And I'll just never understand it. Having seen these photos, I don't still fully understand it, but like I'm definitely on board for this relationship. They looked really happy. They're the same height. It was cute.
Yeah, I think what makes the relationship cute after seeing these photos is seeing the height that I would have expected that he would be like really small.
Yeah, I mean, I knew that he's small. That is part of like my hypothesis as to why I don't understand the hype.
No, but like together, Kylie's tallish. For a girl.
Like I weigh more than Timothée Chalamet.
Yeah. No, they look really cute together. And
they do. She looked really beautiful and really happy.
Yeah, really beautiful and really happy.
You know what? These are photos like we've never gotten of Kylie. She wasn't doing this with Tyga. She wasn't doing this with Travis Scott. Like they were so much more private, and this is just like so unserious. From Kylie, who's like always does everything like, you know, very seriously. I enjoy this fresh energy.
I think she's just living life, you know?
Yeah. She's so young. That's the thing. Like I always kind of, I see her as this like serious old woman because she had kids so young and she has this like $1 billion business and she's just accomplished so much. She's accomplished just as much as like her mom, you know?
Yeah.
But she's literally 24, right?
26 maybe.
Whatever. She's so young. And this is what a 26-year-old should be doing. Like popping your pussy at Beyonce with your new man.
Yeah, but they've been now together for a while. So I think it's also her being pretty settled and content in her relationship enough to be like, you know what, let's take this thing for a spin.
Yeah. I mean, all the Ks were at Beyonce. Like Kris Jenner was blackout. Like I lived for it.
Did you see that Beyonce had asked everyone to wear silver in the audience? And
yes.
like pretty much everyone did. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. Are you also familiar with the mute challenge?
Yes.
I wasn't sure since it's like all over my TikTok. I don't know if it made it to Reels yet. Good to know that
it didn't make it to Reels. I didn't know that we were adding challenge to the second half of it.
Oh, I think we are.
I think it's just like Beyonce said mute, so you shut up.
Look around, everybody on mute. I will never scroll past one of those videos. Like I find it so interesting if she could really, and only 2 times I think has it been like complete without some asshole being like Beyonce, like woo. In LA the show last night, they did it like really well. And then the show that everyone like talked about forever was like night 2 in Atlanta or whatever. It was like you could hear a pin drop. It's actually like the sickest thing. And I think it's really smart. It's like a good way to, because every time people go to the concert, like of course you film at a concert, but everyone is filming the mute moment. So it's just a good way to keep your tour in the news. You know, it's actually very smart.
Yeah. I think that was also like with this dress code thing. I wonder what it's for. Maybe it's for recording of the concert.
Or I don't know, Beyonce's just like a very visual person.
Yeah.
Maybe she wanted to see something beautiful and she's like, hoes, get dressed. Like, we're going out. It's my birthday.
Yes.
Don't look like a slob.
Speaking of concert tours, not a story, but Taylor and not admitted, PP Brain announced that her tour is a movie, October 13th, 3 days after Camper and Counselor. You'll be able to watch at AMC theaters.
She's not doing like a streamer, you know, she's kind of going back in time, reviving the movie industry. And I read somewhere, so the production cost, she of course paid for it herself, was between $10 and $20 million. And they far surpassed that in pre-sale tickets for the AMC theaters. I think it was at like $26 million, which is that of like a Marvel movie. That's like what Marvel movies make in pre-sale.
Wow.
Yeah, so like she did all of this without, because obviously there's a strike, but also I don't think she needs a movie studio to produce it for her. She has her own production company. But in the midst of the strike, which is still ongoing after maternity leave.
But you said like after Labor Day things might clear up. So now we're on strike alert.
Yeah, but this is a SAG sanctioned project because it's not SAG.
Got it. So
she's not working with the studio.
It's strike compliant.
Yeah, she got approved, you know?
Got it. Well, I'm kind of struggling because as someone who hasn't seen the Eras tour yet, and I do plan to see it next year when she comes to Miami, I don't really want to see it.
You shouldn't.
The movie before I see the tour, so I don't think I'm going to.
No, you shouldn't. I did get tickets for Friday night, the night it comes out, and I also got for Saturday at noon. Everyone was buying Friday night, and then like it was loading so slow. I'm like, let me just check Saturday. Completely empty. I got like the best seats in the house. So I have some shitty seats Friday night that honestly I just might give to someone, and I'll wait the 12 hours.
You're nuts.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Just sleep in.
And it's literally
take
like
a
a
melatonin.
It's a 10 p.m. showing. Like I'm not in the mood.
Take a melatonin at 10. Rise around 11.
Head to the movies.
Yes, stay off your phone.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
But like, what's going to be that you didn't already see?
No, nothing. I just want to like be a part of something. Is that okay?
No. I'm not asking why are you seeing it. I'm asking why
do I have to see it Friday night?
Yeah, like what are people going to post on TikTok in those 12 hours that you didn't already see?
Nothing. I just like want to support my girl, you know, and be the first one. Like I'm annoying like that.
Okay, cool.
I'm doing it for attention. Is that what you wanted me to say? Okay, I'm doing it for attention.
No, I honestly didn't think that. I thought that maybe we could break down some of these preconceived notions that you have and make you more comfortable with the idea of just going Saturday at noon.
But I literally said like I am going Saturday at noon. And
no,
like,
I know, but you were.
I said I'll probably give up my seats Friday
for
night.
sure.
Like,
but
I agree with you.
You
it's
were
stupid.
feeling like it was a consolation, and I'm just like wondering.
No,
why
I don't think I said that. I don't recall saying the word consolation.
No, because you wanted Friday night.
No, I don't recall. I just feel like this whole situation's kind of been like thrown in my face when I was just being honest and vulnerable.
You're such a victim. You're so strong.
I am searching for victimhood. The Claudia Oshry story.
You're so brave.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm literally amazing and courageous and vulnerable all at the same time.
Yeah. Thank you.
So we'll see what I end up doing with my ticket.
She'll be there Friday night.
Literally.
So I don't think I'm going to see it. Just to bring it back to me.
I think that's the right call. And you can, by the way, like you'll get the DVD. It'll be on demand. Like, actually, I also read
it's going to be on a streamer in 13 weeks.
She's allowed to. So after 13 weeks of it being in theaters, like what's the word? Exclusively with AMC theaters, she is then allowed to take it to market again to see if there's any bids. I guess the bids the first time weren't big enough.
Damn.
And her power knows no bounds. Like wherever she puts it, people will go. So it's like, why should I give all my power and my influence to a Disney? Like I want $100 million, and I'm sure they weren't willing to give that in these dark economic times. Thanks, Joe Biden. And now we're all having to go to the theater. So I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Well, again, you're very brave.
I know. Not be getting political.
Are you ready for our fifth and final story?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Ooh.
Crazy. That was close.
Close call.
Our fifth and final story that's brought to you by Liquid IV perchance.
Yes.
Proper functional hydration is essential.
Majorly.
And Liquid IV is the #1 powered hydration brand in America. Their hydration multiplier is the one product you're missing in your daily routine. Use it first thing in the morning before a workout or just when you feel run down. A personal favorite of mine is after a long night out, a hangover, a long flight. That's a perfect place for a Liquid IV. I always have a Liquid IV in my purse. And let me tell you how it saved Ben's life this weekend. I just happened to have it was actually sitting in my purse for months. I didn't even know it was in there. And after the wedding we were at, Ben was not okay. And it saved his life. Lemon lime flavor, that's my favorite. So here's how it works. 1 stick of the Liquid IV, you put it into 16 ounces of water, mix it up. It'll hydrate you 2 times faster and more efficiently than water alone. It contains 5 essential vitamins, B3, B5, B6, B12, and vitamin C. With 3 times the electrolytes of leading sports drinks, it's made with quality ingredients, it's non-GMO, and it's free from gluten, dairy, and soy. Liquid IV believes that equitable access to clean and abundant water is the foundation of a healthier world. They partner with leading organizations to fund and foster innovative solutions that help communities protect protect both their water and their futures. To date, Liquid IV has donated over 39 million servings in over 50 countries around the world. I can't stress how important it is just to have Liquid IV in your house. Like, buy it, keep it in your house. When you need it, you need it. And you just want to make sure you're fully stocked. They have so many good flavors. Strawberry is so good. I really like lemon lime.
I have been filling up my Stanley with my new ice machine, water, and a Liquid IV because you've got to stay hydrated while you're breastfeeding. And also just like postpartum, you're just losing a lot of fluids. And I've been wanting to, I keep saying like, multiply my hydration.
It's the hydration multiplier.
Liquid IV, and I just got a fresh shipment of amazing flavors. Pina colada. I like the strawberry, lemon lime. So good. Breastfeeding mamas. There you go. That's the secret.
Real people, real flavor, real hydrating. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 20% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use code TOAST at checkout. That's 20% off anything when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TOAST at liquidiv.com. You're welcome for that one, girls. Like, you're literally welcome.
What can you say except?
You're welcome.
Our fifth and final story really is brought to you by Liquid IV because Burning Man took place.
Oh my God.
This weekend, and it was kind of crazy.
A nightmare.
Flooded, caused a driving ban, and just total chaos at Burning Man. The driving ban at Burning Man was lifted on Monday, allowing the estimated 64,000 people remaining at the festival to escape the grounds and that were transformed into a muddy quagmire by torrential downpours. So they're calling it Exodus operations that were officially underway in Black Rock Desert in Nevada, thanks to drier ground, festival organizers said in an update. So the festival grounds were completely flooded.
So I didn't know. Obviously, Burning Man takes place in the desert, but I think like this piece of land at one point, like many, many years ago, was a lake and it like dried out. So the sand is like different. So it raining, like it literally became like quicksand. People's cars were like literally being swallowed by the earth.
So you're saying it's not like other sand?
That's exactly what I was trying to say. Thank you.
Got it. So I saw like photos. I think we also like pictures and videos of just like this muddy mess. People were told to like shelter in place. They couldn't leave.
Right. And when we think of shelter in place, like we're at our homes. The whole point of Burning Man is like, it's this non-capitalist, non-conformist society where like money isn't real. So it's like people in campers with limited food, limited toilets, limited water, very limited resources. So it's a nightmare.
Yeah, it's a nightmare. But also one of the like foundational principles of Burning Man. Like I think some people were like, this is where, you know, it's very about like self-reliance and community. So I think some people were like, leaning in. Other people were like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
So
like if you started to drive away in your car, like your car would literally like end up half stuck in the mud, like up to your neck.
I saw like Diplo and Chris Rock walked for 6 miles until they found someone with a truck who gave them a ride. Just looks like a complete and total nightmare. And the toilets were out of commission.
No, and it's actually really sad. 2 people died.
Yes, but it's unclear if they died not due to like the weather, some like for other causes, but then the weather stopped emergency vehicles from being able to get to them. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, it's sad and crazy and scary, and I feel like people love to shit on Burning Man because it's
like a little silly.
It's easy to shit on. Yeah. But this was just a really crazy plot twist.
No, and whenever I feel like there's like a major like disaster or catastrophe, I think like a very natural human response is to be like, oh my God, like that could have been me. Like whenever something happens, like whether it's like an earthquake or whatever, you always think like that I could have been in that place. And honestly, knowing that this would never happen to me, I would never be at Burning Man.
I didn't think you would be confused with someone who would be.
Yeah, like I was never gonna go, and this changes nothing. Like I was never gonna be there.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of Burning Man, even though catch me in 5 years being like, Jackie, we have to go to Burning Man.
Literally.
No, I would literally never. Like where I draw the line is like no running water, no Wi-Fi, no money. Like you can't like buy stuff. It's like trades.
Barter.
Yeah, like I'm sorry. I love like this world, you know?
You don't want to escape just for a few days?
No, if I do, like I'll take a trip.
But you know who goes to Burning Man?
Who?
Elon.
You know who does go to Burning Man, who's kind of like a darling of Burning Man, is Paris Hilton. Which for me is like so incongruous. Like she's so fabulous. I feel like
she's also like a capitalist queen.
No, she's like also a materialistic
material
queen. Like lots
girl.
Of clothes, houses. Like to me, that makes no sense. Now I know she has like that whole DJ side of her, but like to me, I get confused by that.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like some people like just come in and out for the afternoon. You know?
Yeah.
I don't really see her in a camper, but what do I know? But I don't see it.
Do you think like you should promote the camper and the counselor at Burning Man in a camper?
100%. The camper and the counselor greater than the camper at Burning Man.
I don't think that was ever up for debate.
No, I think some people would say like, no, Burning Man over this children's
Those people
book.
know nothing. I did end up on like a Burning Man side of TikTok, and it was nice to see people, you know, in times of stress, people being like, I'm located at this lot or whatever. We're cooking food. If you need food, come. Like it was nice. It was nice. You know, human nature.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
No, I think those are the principles of the festival. So people are practicing what they preach.
But in times of like dire catastrophe, like it could be Lord of the Flies.
It's every man for himself.
Right. And you always say like, you like to think if I got stranded on an island with like 10 people I know, like we'd never turn on each other, but you never know.
Well, it was also, I think in the beginning, everyone is like, we're in this together. And it lasted about 3-4 days. It, you know, I think it's over time.
That's like the movie we watched, Triangle of Sadness.
Oh my God, don't even bring that filth to our show.
It was a terrible movie.
It was literal filth.
Filth, like duty everywhere.
But I feel like, you know, if these conditions had lasted longer, that's when people start to turn. The beginning is always like, kumbaya, let's, you know.
Make a fire.
We're united.
And, it's worth mentioning, most people who go to Burning Man are on drugs.
Oh, yeah.
So that adds like a more, like it's more, what's the word I'm looking for? Like when you're able to deal with something.
I'm just like not going to be able to give you the word you're looking for a few weeks.
What is this word? Okay, hold on. It's like, oh my God, it's something able, like not dealable, but like, God, it's like
palatable,
kind of, but like, I don't even remember what I was trying to say. Move on.
This is a job for thesaurus.com.
Yeah, it's more like,
I'm going to try
tolerable. Yes.
Tolerable.
Tolerable. Like something, you know, a situation like this when you're on drugs.
Yes, but I also think it could make things like more perilous.
Panic.
Yeah, for you, for sure.
For sure. Like I can't even smoke pot. I'm like always like on edge.
Yeah.
And ever since Bonne Nuit, I don't participate anymore.
I understand.
Thank you.
So those were the Fast Five stories. I feel as though you needed to know them. If you're in the car on the way back from Burning Man, I hope you're okay.
I'm glad you got out, you know? Maybe next year, don't do it. Like,
I just feel like
it's not worth it.
There aren't really any toasters at Burning Man.
Toasters ex Burning Man is not a community like that exists.
Like, if it's a Venn diagram, it's just two circles next to each other.
Yeah. But like, you know, Toasters ex Stagecoach, huge.
Middle, it's 3 circles.
It's one
circle.
Yeah. I agree. So I don't know if we have any toasters. Actually, if you were at Burning Man and you made it out and you're listening to this episode and perhaps on your drive home, sound off in the comments. How was it? You okay?
But only when your car is fully stopped in park.
Of course.
And
unless someone else is driving.
Right. Passenger
Safety
princess.
first.
Yeah. Oh my God. Speaking of driving, like, yikes. I have to learn how to drive again.
I know. I was thinking about that while you were here. You had just learned and
I was doing really good. I was challenging myself to drive every day. Then I left.
Listen, don't worry about it. Like,
no, I'm
you'll
not.
Figure it out
I'm
later.
not. Like, it's a problem for another day, but it's certainly a problem.
No, it's not a problem. It's just disheartening.
No, it's
even though they really say it's like riding a bike, like you don't forget, but you just really were not. Even experienced.
Yeah, like I was still learning. So
but doesn't Tesla self-drive?
First of all, you have to work up to self-driving. You have to prove yourself as a good enough driver for them to give you self-driving. And also, I'm not really interested in self-driving.
It's freaky.
It's a little freaky. Any like Tesla accidents, like they are the self-driving ones. Like I don't know how much I would trust it, but I mean, it can't be worse than me, you know?
It's true. The bar is low.
Now that I think about it.
What are you going to have for lunch? It is lunchtime, right? Yeah.
That's a really great question. One that I hadn't thought of previously.
I think I'll have Trudy's warm bowl.
Ugh, enjoy. I don't know. Do I make something? Zach made me a bagel with eggs yesterday. That was good. I think I'm going to have brunch and then lunch.
Love.
You know, I'm still in a breakfast state of mind.
I'm in a breakfast state of mind.
And
all right. Oh,
maybe a wrap? I don't know.
by the way, at a glance, first episode back, how does it feel?
It feels good. Actually, I think this was a great episode. We covered so much ground.
I know. I thought we were really going to have to go on for 3 hours, but an hour 20 seems to have done it.
I knew we could do it. And also, I am like, my clock is...
Yeah, no, Shirley like gave you an hour 20. Like, let's not be ungrateful.
Yeah,
wenches.
like now we can do the post-show, upload things. I can get them on the boob. We're good.
Guys, it has been an absolute honor, and it brings me great joy to say this. Thank you so much for listening to the Toast the Millennial Morning Show, where we deliver the fast 5 stories you need to know every Monday through Friday on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, please feel free to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. We're also available as a podcast anywhere podcasts can be found. So Spotify, iTunes, Stitcher, Public Radio, iHeartRadio, CastBox, all the places you have this in a podcast. Find us at Toast, leave a 5-star review about how beautiful, stunning, and wickedly talented we are. Hope you guys have an amazing, truly awesome day. Just don't forget to soak up each other's awesomeness. Drink awesome shooters. Love ya. Bye.
Love ya. Bye.